This is the OTB Network.
And they're off in the Winter Melody. Sarah's Song, as expected, away well. LA Girl toward the inside, up on the outside, All Night Labor, followed by Tiz Miz Sue in between horses. DJ Storm up on the outside, Bahama Bound has the rail, and Princess Nyla will settle in the 7th as they make their way into that first turn. Sarah's Song, well off the rail, leads it by a length over LA Girl under a tight hold on the inside second. All Night Labor is racing third. DJ Storm, half length further back in fourth. A length and a half further back to Bahama Bound, followed by Tiz Miz Sue, the favorite. Has one horse beaten at this time, and that is Princess Nyla. Opening quarter in 23-2 as they move down the backstretch. Sarah's Song on the front end where she likes to be, leads it by about a length. We've got 3 across the track. All Night Labor's toward the outside. LA Girl on the inside. DJ Storm between them. A length and a half further back to Bahama Bound. Right alongside Tiz Miz Sue's about 5 lengths off the lead, and a gap of 3 more to Princess Nyla. Half and a sensible 47 flat for this group as they make their way into the turn. Sarah's Song still off the rail, leads it by half over. LA Girls trying to slip on through the inside. All Night Labor's next in line, followed by Bahama Bound. Tiz Miz Sue begins to advance, as does Princess Nyla from the back. DJ Storm dropping out of it, 3/8 to go. They've got Sarah's Song to catch. She's going comfortably on the front end. Now Tiz Miz Sue's making a sweeping move after the leader at the top of the stretch. Here comes Tiz Miz Sue, but Sarah's Song still has something left. They've gone the 6 in the picket fence, 111-1. Sarah's Song, Tiz Miz Sue, the 2 favorites going at it. Sarah's Song on the inside by a neck. Tiz Miz Sue on the outside has her measured, it seemed. Tiz Miz Sue, Sarah's Song. Tiz Miz Sue loves this track. She'll win another one, wins it by a length and a quarter. Sarah's Song a game second. Bahama Bound up for third, followed by LA Girl finishing fourth.
They're racing in the decathlon. And it's Awesome Sun with a sharp start. On the Vineyard, this one's for Phil on the inside. On the far outside comes Moving Out, and Wildcat Brief will sit well off the pace here. Gonna let those leaders go early. Wildcat Brief is 7 lengths behind up the backstretch. And it's Awesome Sun out there by almost 2 lengths with a half mile to go. The opening quarter goes by in 22 seconds flat. This one's for Phil, second to the inside by a neck. On the Vineyard is third. Outside of them, it's Moving Out. And Wildcat Brief still 9 lengths behind as they round the far turn. It is Awesome Sun with a length lead on this one's for Phil, who's extricated from the rail by Bravo and begins to move up. Wildcat Brief is also on the move from the back of the field, saving all the ground. He's 4 lengths behind, and they're into the stretch. This one's for Phil in front, a 44 4/2 mile. Awesome Sun gives way. Wildcat Brief's got a roll to catch. This one's for Phil, but he's coming as they come down to the 16th pole. This one's for Phil, 2.5 lengths. Wildcat Brief full out. This one's for Phil, holding on in the decathlon. Wildcat Brief second best, and then it was Awesome Sun and On the Vineyard. They're racing in the Monmouth Beach. And it's CC's Pal on the outside and Successful Song, and these two go at it early. CC's Pal's going to get the lead and is flying into that first turn. CC's Pal moving right along. Successful Song is second. Acronym now taken off the rail. On the far outside comes Reprieve in fourth. Caught a bit wide there into that first turn. They're being followed by Sweet and Sour Nina and Power Bid. CC's Pal will take them to the backstretch. 23-3 was the opening quarter. Hard set to get to the lead, but now relaxing as they go to the backstretch. CC's Pal's 2 lengths in front. Successful Song, Acronym is strong, and Acronym wants to roll. Tight spot there for Acronym. No running room right now. Pinned in on the inside. Reprieve follows in fourth with 4.5 lengths to make up. And then comes Sweet and Sour Nina, followed by Power Bid at the back. 47-1 the half mile as they go into the far turn. CC's Pal and Kendrick Carmouche have a 2-length lead. Successful Song is second. Acronym follows in third. 3.5 lengths to make up for Acronym. Will make another run now after being thwarted on the backstretch. Then it's Sweet and Sour Nina on the far outside, who's within 4 lengths of the lead. Got to pick it up. Reprieve is next. CC's Pal, 3/4 in 112 flat. They're into the stretch, and CC's Pal is still the leader. Fending off Successful Song. Then it's Acronym. Sweet and Sour Nina's making up late ground on the far outside. CC's Pal. Successful Song. Sweet and Sour Nina still coming. Now Successful Song. Sweet and Sour Nina. CC's Pal coming back on the inside. They come to the wire. CC's Pal came back. Photoed with Sweet and Sour Nina. Then Successful Song and Acronym.
And they're off in the unbridled Sydney. A little slow to begin was Hungry Tigress. Towards the inside, Little Polka Dot together with Wild About Marie. These are the first two. Spidacious is also right up there. And also towards the wide outside is Well Deserved. These all flash speed. Celadon then towards the inside. Rail is next. Then there's a break of 2.5 lengths back to Jakarta, who's towards the inside of You Better, You Bet. Then a further length and a half back to My New Lady. And outrun at the back of the field is Hungry Tigress. The quarter, 21-3. Little Polka Dot taken on by Wild About Marie. These the first two. Well Deserved is towards the outside, followed next by Spidacious, who was 4 wide. Celadon is looking for a seam to the inside, trying to pick up is Jakarta, racing now down towards the final furlong. Down the outside, Spidacious towards the far side. Little Polka Dot. Jakarta is coming on now in third and scraping the rail. Down towards the final 16th. Little Polka Dot's out in front for Sean Bridgman as they come to the line. The unbridled Sydney goes to Little Polka Dot. Jakarta in second, Spidacious in third, Celadon in fourth, and fifth, My New Lady.
They're off in the Henry Stakes. Dr. Zick and Wildcat Marie comes on to her inside. Wildcat Marie and Dr. Zick, they hook up early. And it's a tug of war on the backstretch. Dr. Zick outside and Wildcat Marie inside. They've opened up 2.5 lengths. On Ember Song has been well removed from the rail by Patrick Husbands. Then we have Shukriya, who lies toward the rail. Then Indianapolis and Ariana D. And Wildcat Marie won that early battle, 22-1 for the opening quarter. Dr. Zick is back in second and now a length off the lead. Then there's a break of 3.5 lengths to Ember's Song in fourth. Ariana D begins to gain some ground from fifth. Shukriya to the inside, then Indianapolis and Who Why, 44-4. A taxing pace being set by Wildcat Marie, the whimsical winner. Wildcat Marie has the lead at the top of the stretch, and Ember's Song is set down by Patrick Husbands, and here she comes. And on the far outside, Trying to close is Ariana D. Ember Song has taken the lead, and Ember Song is storming clear. Ember Song, a going away winner of the Hendry. To Ariana D. Wildcat Maria Leg-weary third. Indianapolis was fourth in 1:15. Wow. They're off in the Leghorn Yet Stakes. Rain and Avaricity toward the inside, broke on top. Anne's Beauty is a second. Then we have a Port Side and Misinclined. Inglorious drafts in behind fillies. Spooky Kitten is second to last, and BB's Doll trails this field as they run through the clubhouse turn, and it's Port Side up to take the lead, and it's Port Side who will dictate the pace. Rain and Avaricity is second at 24 1/5 opening quarter mile. Anne's Beauty's reserved off the pace in third. Then we have a Misinclined. To the outside is a Spooky Kitten, then Inglorious and BB's Doll as they run along the back stretch, and an anxious Port Side trying to be reined in just a bit by Wilson at the midpoint of the back stretch. Port Side's off the rail as Rain and Avaricity to the outside. 49 1 for the opening half mile. Anne's Beauty's getting closer, as is a Spooky Kitten, who's sent 4 wide by Patrick Husbands in the run to the 3/8 full. And they're heading into the far turn. Rain and Avaricity pokes ahead in front. Port Side fights on bravely to the inside. Back in a third is Anne's Beauty. BB's Dolls showing signs of life. Lacks running room, though. Inglorious also needs a seam or a crack. And they come to the top of the stretch. What a furious run to the wire we'll have. On the far outside, Misinclined is coming with a big run. Inglorious found that seam, and it's Inglorious and Misinclined. Those two in a tug of war in the last 16th of a mile. And Inglorious has taken a clear lead now. Inglorious and Luis Contreras to win the Leghorn Yet. On the inside, Anne's Beauty was second, then Misinclined, and tight for fourth.
Racing. Unbridled Endeavour and Giga Harbour get the best of the start from Awfully Wild Boys, Cody Peak and Northern Causeway coming forward in the green cap. Then towards the rear, Life is a Rock quickly switched off the fence ahead of Duke of Doom and Anakin. 6 lengths covering the field. Giga Harbour leading. About a half length to Northern Causeway and to 3 wide Unbridled Endeavour, with Awfully Wild Boys camped in behind that line of 3 leaders. Cody Peak is 5th, stablemate Life is a Rock 6th, now 3 wide. Then comes Duke of Doom crossing to the rail. He's 6 lengths behind the front runner, and Anakin drops back 5 lengths last, past the 5/8 pole. And it's Giga Harbour on the stretch out. 1 length to Northern Causeway, followed by Awfully Wild Boys, Unbridled Endeavour and Cody Peak. Then Duke of Doom up along the inside of Life is a Rock, this pair with 5 lengths to make up. And Anakin is a clear last with a half mile to go. Giga Harbour by a neck, prompted a little more by Northern Causeway. Then comes Awfully Wild Boys, Unbridled Endeavour 3 deep, Cody Peak in the middle. Followed by Duke of Doom, who's cramped for room on the inside of Life is a Rock, and 4 lengths to Anakin. It's Giga Harbour just in front of Northern Causeway, drawing to the quarter pole. 1.5 lengths to Awfully Wild Boys and Cody Peak together from Unbridled Endeavour. Duke of Doom still held up. And then comes Life is a Rock and Anakin. Giga Harbour leading, kicking clear of Northern Causeway. Awfully Wild Boys on the inside. Here comes Duke of Doom down the outside, launching after the leader. Giga Harbour by 3/4 of a length. Duke of Doom coming at him. Gig Harbour holding on. Gig Harbour just the leader. And Gig Harbour won it by a Nectar Duke of Doom. Very close third. Cody Peak or Northern Causeway, followed by Life as a Rock and Anakin, clear of Unbridled Endeavour and Awfully Wild Boys.
They're off. All Saint immediately to the lead. Acclamation will not go with him, and so All Saint will make an uncontested lead around the far turn the first time, and he opens up a big lead. All Saint is now 5 or 6 lengths in front. Acclamation wants no part of going that fast, and he'll sit in second. He's 2.5 in front of Falcon Rock and Buenos Dias, and the early trailer is Hamish High, already double digits from first to last, as Patrick Valenzuela and All Saint have a big lead coming by the stands for the first time. All Saint gallops along 5.5 or 6 lengths in front. Acclamation just sits in second for Rosario. It's 1.5 lengths to Falcon Rock in third. There's 1 lap to go. Buenos Dias is fourth. He's about 10 off the lead, and Hamish High is 14 lengths behind the uncontested front runner, All Saint. All Saint's going for 5 wins in a row, and he's done them all just like that, gapping the field all the way around. But this is Graded Stakes company. We'll see if he keeps up the pace. All Saint is 5 lengths. Make it 6. Make it 6.5 in front of defending champion Acclamation in second. Falcon Rock tracks Acclamation. He's only 1.25 lengths behind him. Buenos Dias has 10 lengths to make up. He's only 2.5 behind Acclamation, though. Hamish High is 13 off the lead, but he's only about 6 behind Acclamation as they head up the backstretch with All Saint trying to go it all the way. All Saint, midway on the backstretch, maintains that lead. It's 5.5 or 6 lengths. Acclamation has not been asked to move yet by Joel Rosario. Falcon Rock races in third. He's joined by Buenos Dias, and then it's 5 lengths back to Hamish High, and now there's only 3 furlongs to go in the 21st Jim Murray Handicap, and All Saint can hear the footsteps. And here comes Acclamation to take him on, rounding the far turn. All Saint is gasping, and when they settle into the stretch, we will have a new leader, and it is Acclamation who runs right by and takes charge. He has suddenly opened up a 3-length lead. Buenos Dias, Falcon Rock, and Hamish High are next. Acclamation to the final furlong, hand-ridden, and Acclamation is opening up. He is 5 lengths in front of Falcon Rock. Hamish High might get into second, but no way does he catch the straight and strong winner, Acclamation. Back-to-back wins in the Jim Murray Handicap. Acclamation dominated this one, won by 6.5. Falcon Rock second, Hamish High third, Buenos Dias fourth. They're off. Ain't No Other caught a flyer and goes right to the front. Flight of a Lifetime now powers up inside of him, and these two speed away from Run Flat Out and Sinai, and the early trailer is Bench Points. Now match racing out of the chute. Flight of a Lifetime inside, Ain't No Other outside, and Flight of a Lifetime trying to get out a bit, but he's the leader 3/4 of a length. Ain't No Other is second by 3.5 lengths to Run Flat Out, who races in third. It's another 2.5 to Sinai, fourth and about 6 or 7 from the lead, and Bench Points will have to make up 8.5 in the final half mile of the 18th Laz Barrera Memorial, and Flight of a Lifetime is clear now. Flight of a Lifetime goes into the far turn with a 1.5 lengths advantage over Ain't No Other, who's going for 6 wins in a row, and now he'll try him from the outside. Flight of a Lifetime only leads 3/4. Run Flat Out is running up 3 wide. He's within a length and a half of the lead. Then comes Sinai, only 2 from the front. Bench Points is 5th and last, but only 3 off the lead. New leader at the top of the stretch. Ain't No Other. Drifted out just a bit at the top of the lane. He's got a 2-length lead. He'll have to hold off Bench Points, who's rolling down the center of Cushion Track. Run Flat Out goes with him. Now it's down to these two. Bench Points, Run Flat Out tries to come back from the inside. Bench Points, Run Flat Out, Bench Points. I think he did it. It's close. The 18th Laz Barrera, I think, went to Bench Points half ahead over Run Flat Out. Close for third, Ain't No Other in Sinai.
And they're off. Freud's on a streak, and there goes Darren's Dilemma. Up the backstretch, and Darren's Dilemma takes charge early on here. Freud's on a streak runs second on the inside, followed by Freud's Honor on the outside, runs along in third. Then it's With the Cape fourth, Wishing on a Star fifth toward the inside. Warrior Up is sixth, Anaphylaxis trails the field as the field moves into the far turn. Chasing the heavy favorite, Darren's Dilemma gets the opening quarter in a reasonable 23 seconds flat. Freud's Honor second ahead, Ann's Front is Drake third toward the inside. On the outside, With the Cape in the clear in fourth. At the back of the pack are Wishing on a Star, Warrior Up, and Anaphylaxis. In the meantime, with very little effort, Darren's Dilemma is opening up on the field. Just a gentle nudge there from Ramon Dominguez, and the favorite's now on top by almost 4 lengths at the top of the stretch. Freud's Honor races second, and then it's Warrior Up there third. On the far outside, With the Cape, and down toward the rail, Freud's on a streak. Final 16th, just a little tap or two for Darren's Dilemma. And Darren's Dilemma with a front-running score here. 1-2 at the end. Freud's Honor finishing second, Warrior Up third, Freud's on a streak fourth. And they're off. A sharp start for Deputy Danny, who quickly opens up him, and Deputy Danny's the fastest out of there, and he's got some lick. Opens up 6 lengths on a trio of very speedy horses themselves. The Funny Bone left behind in second, Trap Shot out there third, and Rule by Night is the last of 4. And out there, Deputy Danny, the longest shot on the board with a big lead here. 22-1 was the opening quarter mile. 4.5 lengths back to Funny Bone is on the inside of Trap Shot. So the Funny Bone's trying to come off the rail now for some running room, and he's got it. He comes off a path to target Deputy Denny, and the others catching up quickly. Deputy Denny now collared by the Funny Bone. Trap Shot there on the outside, and then behind them it's Rule by Night, and they head for home. Top of the stretch, Trap Shot to Funny Bone head-to-head for the lead. They're joined by Rule by Night on the outside. These three headlong into the final furlong. The Funny Bone digs down. Trap Shot now. Trap Shot's got a short lead to Funny Bone. And Rule by Night third on the wire. Trap Shot out racing to Funny Bone to the line. Rule by Night third. Time was 9 flat. And they're off. Arch Traveler got off to a good start, so too Glickman. And in between those two, the Fed East. Outsprinted early on is Free Entry, and way behind the rest is Rocking Out. Rocking Out is already 12 lengths from the leader, and the leader is Glickman. Glickman down the backstretch, and a rank Arch Traveler really having a battle here with Jose Lezcano. Arch Traveler quite uncooperative at this point. The Fed East is now second on the outside of Arch Traveler, followed by Free Entry, and a big break, 8 lengths back to Rockin' Out. 22-2 first quarter for Glickman. The Fed East right on his hip pocket now, second on the outside. Just outside, Free Entry, and on the inside, Arch Traveler, 6 lengths back to Rockin' Out. The half in 45 2/5 seconds. So it's still Glickman breezing along as they come to the top of the stretch. Down on the inside, Arch Traveler in a little bit tight. Arch Traveler, Jose Lezcano trying to extricate him from the rail. On the far outside, it's Free Entry. And a late run coming from Rockin' Out. And here's Rockin' Out rolling up on the far outside. 1 furlong to go. The rail opens up for Arch Traveler, who comes charging on through to take the lead. A few anxious moments there for Arch Traveler, but boy, he finished beautifully. And won by 2.5 decisive lengths at the end. Glickman, the front runner, was second. Rockin' Out came from well out of it and got third behind 7 furlongs and 1:21 4. And they're off. Flat Bold gets out of there first. Lubash down on the inside. Nicanor right up there in between them. So it's those three into the backstretch run. Nicanor to vie with Lubash for the lead. Nicanor up for a short lead now, despite the restraint of jockey Ramon Dominguez. And on the outside, here is Flat Bold. And Flat Bold now takes charge. Nicanor second. And now Lubash has been reined in. He'll come from just off the pace today. Hard held is Lubash in third place. Then Zifsaf Beauchois, and Right One is allowed to trail the field in the early stages here. He's about 5.5 lengths from Flat Bold, who's going to make the lead here through a quarter in 22 3/5 seconds. Flat Bold is the leader, but he had to run hard to get there. Lubash is now maneuvered to the outside, to the attack, running along in second. Nicanor is now back racing third. Then Zifsaf Beauchois. Right One is still about 5.5 from the lead. Flat Bold is still the leader. Got a half in 45 1/5 seconds. Lubash sitting just outside him. Nicanor sitting just in behind. Zifsaf Beauchois and Right One is now about 4.5 from the lead. So Flat Bold's trying to do it all the way on the lead here, and he heads for home with a host of pursuers. Lubash there. Nicanor down inside. Right One on the far outside. Right One confidently ridden here with a furlong to go. Zifsaf is in between horses, and as they come down to the final 16th, Rajiv Mirage finally says go with Right One. And they are on their way. Right One. A decisive victory here. Beauchois in a photo there for the runner-up spot with Zifsaf. And they're off. Strike the Bell came right out after that early lead, but quickly from the inside, here's Outpost. Outpost and Lady Rizier 1-2. Much Rejoicing 3 wide third. Caricom Electra 4 wide fourth. After breaking on top, Strike the Bell is allowed to settle near the back of the pack. Sea Road the last of them all. And taking them through the opening furlongs here, it will be Outpost, with Lady Rizzy not far behind, and another 2 lengths back to Much Rejoicing. Into the far turn, and Outpost whistles through a quarter in 22 1/5 seconds. Lady Rizzy continues to track her, second by 2. Much Rejoicing remains well within striking range, third. Karakoram Electra's making strides, moving through down toward the inside. Strike the Bell is also within striking range, just 4 lengths from the lead. And Ramon Dominguez is yet to pull the trigger on her. Now he switches her to Daylight. Top of the stretch now. And it's Outpost trying to hang in there for one more furlong. Much Rejoicing and Strike the Bell. Lady Rizzy is now 4th. Final 16th. Much Rejoicing now in front. Strike the Bell with the final try. Sea Road now 3rd. Much Rejoicing, the winner by a length. Strike the Bell 2nd, Sea Road 3rd, and Lady Rizzy 4th. And they're off. A good start for Bold Deed and Adios Charlie right there with him on the outside. So it's Bold Deed to be the leader. Adios Charlie right up there second. Jovan comes away running in third. 2.5 lengths back. Tap Attack is fourth. Just on the outside of Prime Cut. Prime Cut now back running in fifth. Alternation smack dab in the middle of the pack. He's now sixth. And Uncle Brent seventh and moving up a spot. Then it's News Dad, who's now eighth. Monzone is now ninth. And the trailer is Beermeister. So it's Bold Deed on top. Channing Hill keeping him well off the rail, trying to get him relaxed, and he's doing just that. They negotiate an opening quarter and a tepid 23 3/5 seconds. So they continue this long 5 furlong run down Belmont's backstretch, and loose on the lead. It's Bold Deed. He's clear by 2.5 lengths. Prime Cut now moves to second. Adios Charlie sets up outside as they move into the fire turn. He's now third. Jovan being asked to pick it up now, and he's up into fourth. And then it's Uncle Brent back now fifth toward the inside with a half mile to go. The half was 47 seconds flat. Farther back in the field, Alternation starting to come alive now. Alternation passing Tap Attack. And now he gets by Uncle Brent. He's 4 lengths from the lead. Farther back in the field, it's News Dad about 7 from the front now. Then Monzone and Beermeister at the back as they come to the top of the stretch. It's been Bold Deed the whole way, but now they're coming after him in earnest. Here's Jovan, who's right there on the outside. Adios Charlie is fighting on in between horses. Alternation continues. A steady advance toward the lead on the far outside. Then in behind those, it's Prime Cutters now fifth with a furlong to go. Adios Charlie comes away with the lead. Alternation continues to peck away at him. Down to the final 16th. Can Adios Charlie hold off Alternation? Alternation surges. Adios Charlie. They hit the wire together, and the photo will go to Alternation. Alternation running a powerful race here to narrowly defeat Adios Charlie. Farther back, Prime Cut was third in 1:49 and 2 in the Peter Pan. And they're off. Inherit the Gold comes out of there first. Drosselmeyer, though, not far behind in the very early stages here. Bird Run coming up from that far outside post and going on after the lead. So it's Bird Run who takes charge. Drosselmeyer's now second. Almodoro third. And Inherit the Gold now backs off to run in fourth. Then it's Edgewater who comes off the rail. And on the outside is a Fleet again as they begin their run down the back stretch. So Bird Run will be the pacemaker here. The opening quarter up in 25 1/5 seconds. Almodoro is second. And then Drosselmeyer just settles into an easy beat here with the pace very easy. Sitting Chilly While third toward the inside, 7 furlongs away from the wire. And then Inherit the Gold moves up alongside Drosselmeyer down the back stretch run. Those two were followed by Edgewater, and a Fleet again is the trailer. Bird Run sails through an opening half mile in 49 3/5 seconds. Still clear 2.5 lengths. Almodoro second just outside of the Belmont winner, Drosselmeyer, who continues to settle into that beat with 5 furlongs remaining, still third down toward the inside. Inherit the Gold gets a little reminder there from Eddie Castro. They're fourth, about 4.5 lengths from the lead. Edgewater's called on for no run, no real response yet, and a fleet again. There's a half mile to go. Bird Run has run 3/4 in 1:14-1. Almadoro, Josemeyer, second and third. Inherit the Gold now, starting to pick it up. 3 furlongs from the wire. Inherit the Gold is in a drive. There's room at the inside for Josemeyer now. Room at the inside of Bird Run. Here's Inherit the Gold making a 4-wide sweep on the far outside. And then Almadoro, and 4 of them hit the top of the stretch together. Inherit the Gold on the outside. Down toward the inside, it's Josemeyer. In between those two, Bird Run fighting on, and Almadoro. 4 of them hit the 8th pole together. Inherit the Gold on the outside. Josemeyer, Bird Run, and Almadoro. 4 of them hit the 16th pole together. Drosselmeyer's got a short lead. Bird Run right back at him. Here's the wire. Drosselmeyer, a victor once again at Belmont Park. Beating Bird One in a thrilling feature race today. Farther back, it was Inherit the Gold and Almadoro. That was fun.